The climax of this arc is almost upon us, and the world government is paying attention to it. They plan to take over Wano Country and make it part of them. For that, they sent numerous battleships there. The CP0 is also on the move. The 5 elders are well aware of what's happening inside the land of samurai. They know that Big Mom already fell, and Kaido is not doing well either. This is most opportune moment for the government to make a move and sweep over a Yonko's territory. They would be able to apprehend 2 Yonko without doing much. It's the repetition of Alabasta arc. Luffy and the Straw Hats did the work and the government took credit for it. However, this time it's different. People around the world already know that Luffy made a mess with Big Mom on Whole Cake Island. And then he went to Land of Samurai to take Kaido's head. So even if the government wants to claim the credit of taking down 2 Yonko, people are not gonna believe it. It's because they couldn't even protect their own house from invading by 4 members of the Revolutionary Army when they had 4 admirals and 2 former fleet admirals. How can they manage to defeat 2 Yonko sending an admiral or 2? Moreover, Big News Morgans is a fan of Luffy and the members of the worst generation. It's for obvious reasons. They make sensational news, and nothing is more enticing for a journalist than sensational news. They are changing the old order and creating a new world order. I'm sure he sent reporters in Wano Country. They might have already sent breaking news: the Queen of the Sea, Big Mom's era is over. However, I don't think he is gonna publish it yet because he trusts Luffy. He believes that Luffy can create miracles, so he is rooting for Luffy to defeat Kaido. Before the reverie started, Admiral Kizaru read about Big Mom and Kaido's conversation. He asked Fleet Admiral Sakazuki's permission to make a trip to Wano. The way he spoke, it looked like stopping 2 Yonko is like walk in the park for him. He can defeat them whenever he wants. Being confident is good, but being overconfident is a sin. A major sin. During the War of the Best, he couldn't even hurt Marco without resorting underhanded tactic. And now, he talks as if defeating 2 Yonko is a piece of cake for him. But if we take a closer look at Kizaru's attitude and character, we would find that it's not that he is overconfident, but being laid back has seeped into his bone and he can't help it. But I would very much like to see his attitude once he faces an incredibly powerful opponent. Would he be as nonchalant as he acts now, or would he sweat profusely? The reverie is over, and the government has set their eyes on the Land of Samurai. Kizaru and the other admirals are not bound by the duty to protect the royalties or celestial dragons for the time being. So which admiral would come to Wano Country? Among the 3 admirals, we can cross Fujitora. There is a couple of reasons for that. First, we've already seen him in Dressrosa arc, so we don't need to see him again in this arc. And the second, and the most important one, he is heading to a different destination. When Sakazuki was talking to him over Denden Mushi, he didn't even know Kaido and Big Mom joined forces and staging the second coming of rocks. Furthermore, it appears that he is in the calm belt. So, I don't think he is coming. Now, we can also rule out Admiral Green Bull. If Green Bull were to make an appearance here, he won't have any chance to show his ability. The hype we got from before would become meaningless. Luffy would defeat Kaido with his new power-up, Devil Fruit Awakening. And Zenesha would also descend upon Marine's fleet as a living disaster. If Green Bull has to shine, he needs to defeat either Straw Hat Luffy or Zenesha, but I don't see either of it happening. However, if the government decides to send 2 or more admirals, we will see him. Having said that, I would prefer to see his full introduction in the next arc, Elbaf arc. Now, the admiral most likely to come to Wano is Kizaru. Previously, he was bound by duty to protect the royalties or the celestial dragons, but for the time being, he doesn't need to do that anymore. I would like to see him clashing with Straw Hat Luffy. Previously, in Dressrosa arc, Luffy had a brief clash with Fujitora. We might see Luffy pushing Kizaru a bit in their brief clash. It'll show how far Luffy has come from 2 years ago. Who do you think would come to Wano Country? Comment down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.